Boogie2988 might be the dumbest person on the internet, and honestly, I don't think it can get much worse than this. Now, you might see his content, you might think, oh wow, this guy is very smart and funny and attractive. He must know a lot about money, but that's what he wants you to think, because he recently just did a pump and dump on the small amount of fans that he had. Boogie lost a lot of his fans by playing the victim in every situation. Like when he got a divorce from his ex-wife.
Was me and my wife's relationship perfect? No. Did we argue from time to time? Yes. I think most couples do. Did I ever stand and scream in her face about fucking, tell her she was fucking dead, or, I don't know.
And then after that ex-wife, he eventually started dating a 19-year-old when he's almost 50 years old. When she was born, he was 31 years old. He's such a weirdo. There was a documentary made about Boogie and how his life was a complete mess. It's a pretty good video, I'm not gonna lie, but for some reason they had a scene where he was in the bathtub. But that leads us to his most recent dramas. He scammed his fans out of a lot of money with the pump and dump. And if you guys don't know what a pump and dump is, it's basically when people get in early on a coin, like a crypto coin, and they buy a lot of the coins, and all the fans are buying at the peak of it, and everyone else that got in early is just selling. And it leaves the coin basically virtually at zero, and everyone losing their money. But the funny thing is, he tried to make himself not look as bad by telling CoffeeZilla early, before it even happened, that he didn't know exactly what he was doing. But he continued to promote the coin, and all his fans fell for it.
A few hours later, $3 million worth of trading volume had been done. And I tried to tell him and explain to him that that's how these deals work. Insiders pay you, the celebrity, to go ahead and promote something. They paid him $10,000. And then people end up buying the coin. It doesn't matter what you say, the whole point, because he actually came to me ahead of time. It was a really weird story where he came to my DMs before he fully launched the coin. He had just done an announcement tweet saying, hey, at pump.fun, which is the platform he was launching on. And then he said to me, hey, I got a question for you, something like that. And I said, I looked at his Twitter profile and I said, don't do what I think you're about to do.
Then CoffeeZilla confronted him and all his true colors came out.
Just after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone, it's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then! It's very common!
I'm saying
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
His big excuse was that the money is already spent, even though it actually wasn't, but it was for his medical issues. He said he needs it for his medical payment, but then he said he has a mortgage, implying that he was going to spend it on that. He actually praised CoffeeZilla on the phone behind closed doors and then publicly faces him, tries to manipulate every situation. But Boogie scammed his fans because he had medical bills that needed to be paid, right? But that's where Destiny comes in. Destiny comes in and exposes him for not actually having cancer on the Low Kyle podcast.
2488, you are being confronted tonight.
Go ahead.
I am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why
explain?
why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in?
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood. Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation.
The funny thing is about this drama, I just think that it's funny because Wings of Redemption is not in drama, and he looks happy that someone else is just getting blamed for things. Destiny basically gets very complicated into medical terms, but basically what Boogie has is high blood pressure levels, and that's basically a signal to mean cancer. There's one cancer, but he doesn't have it because that's only one symptom, and that could read something else. And he's basically saying he had a cancer for 2 years, but it wasn't actually confirmed by his doctor. He refused to show medical records even when he was offered money by Destiny. He said $5,000 if you were to approve his medical records. He didn't even say he had to show him. He just had to have a party confirm it.
You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
And it's not, but go ahead and print it anyway. Go ahead and print it anyway.
It's going.
I prove it. None of you motherfuckers.
Fucking
I said this
prove
2
it.
years ago, and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead. Print it. Print it the way it is. Go right ahead. I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I guess just to wrap up, because we don't want to take all your guys' time tonight. So just as a couple things, right? So the story as laid out, if you look up secondary polycythemia,
Text, I've given it. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Go fuck yourselves.
Boogie saying that he has let me have one thing, and that one thing he wants to have is actually cancer, because everything is getting taken away from him at that point. I think it's funny that he actually deleted his Twitter, and he deleted his Twitter because of how much hate he was getting because he was faking cancer, and that's why he did the pump and dump. So virtually there's no reason to do the pump and dump. So he basically scammed his fans for no reason at all. But with this guy's, he basically deserves everything that comes his way. Every time in any situation he's playing the victim, no matter what, in the public eye. He wants everyone to feel bad for him for some reason. But I appreciate if you guys hit that sub button. I update you guys on every situation, like drama like this. I post videos like this weekly. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. I'm on my way to 300 subscribers.